Hello from the forest. I just woke up here. Been sleeping in a lovely, lovely tent, and yeah, it's been beautiful. I will show you the view. Zoop. And it was a while ago that I recorded a video I saw, a month. But of course, it doesn't matter. There really is no time. There really are no days going by. And the clock seems to be ticking. The sun seems to go down and go up again, and there's a new day, but really, nothing is really moving. Just apparently. It just seems like it, looks like it. But really, nothing is even moving. There is no time. Stressing and rushing is happening, but there is no one choosing to stress or rush already. And all of that is already this emptiness. This not moving emptiness appearing as rushing, stressing, moving. All of it. It's incredible how it can be just this, with a sense of I am here, and therefore with a sense of time and space and a personal life and choices. Or it can be this without any of that. So yeah, it's the same, but it's so different. It seems like the body is just moving around in a different way without that sense of time in it, so to speak, in the space. Yeah, it's summer. For the first time. Always for the first time. But not for anyone. How stunning, how it really used to be like that. Everything for someone. Life is just going by itself. No one is choosing anything. Yet this, exactly this, what's being looked for, appears as I am choosing and I am looking for something. So yeah, it's this paradox. But there is no sense here of that being wrong. It used to be like that. There really used to be a sense here of it was triggering, hearing others speaking about how they have a choice. Because, I don't know, that kind of energy was still present in a way. And it was this like inner conflict happening, hearing that. And like, it was upsetting, you know. Of course you're not making any choices. Like this kind of... Of course already this innocence appearing as all of that. But yeah, there's no sense here of that being... that it should change, you know. If it seems like that for someone, because that someone is already everything. It's just this, no separation. No separation between the body and the tree, and the voice is not separate from the space itself. It's incredible, and it can never be understood. There can be a, like a, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I don't understand how it can be like that. Like, how can it, scientifically or logically be like that? But it's impossible to understand, because that itself requires an understander, a center, a sense of self, and that is what can apparently drop for no reason at all, and then it's just so obvious. It's just so obvious then. But also it's obvious that this was always the case. Nothing ever happened. So there's no one celebrating that, oh, no separation, yay. Because it's so obvious that this was always the case. And it's not special. It really isn't special. It's just life. It was always this. Always this. Amazingly awkward, goofy, scary life, full of conflicts. Why are there conflicts when everything is unconditional love? Well, it's in the word, right? Unconditional. Doesn't give a shit. It's too wild, too free, and nothing is really happening. So real, so convincing. Really fucking convincing. But there's no one being convinced. It's just this with the sense of I am. And that's what can die, apparently. Can drop, fade away. But not because of something, because that would mean there is actually cause and effect and someone who can do something. But that in itself is the illusion. There is no doer already. There is no one choosing. There is no one walking somewhere. And it can feel so wrong hearing this, wanting for life to end, because it's so painful being a someone. All the hustle, running away from death, running away from pain, running away from uncomfortable feelings. Hearing about conflicts and war and just like, why is this fucking happening? Always fighting with what is, in a way. Because there's a sense of separation, and that's apparently uncomfortable. But yeah, that's already this. Everything is already this. That's just how it looks, how it appears. And there's no sense here of that it's wrong. Because it's just this. There's only this. Hej! Det är ingen fara. This too. It's so amazing. Already everything is what's being looked for. It's so stunning how this seamless fucking energy appears as a human walking by now, just giggling that apparently, I heard her conversation, Like, that's it. That's it. Putting on mosquito spray, that's it. Having someone cooking breakfast right now over the fire, that's it. Summer break and then starting school and being like, that's it. Everything, laying in a tent, shivering with cold, that's it. Everything already. So it's exactly the same, but with the sense of contentment. But there's no one who is content, though. And that's the thing. Someone can never be content because that someone is in separation. And this sounds so spiritual, but it's not spiritual. But it's just this sense of leaving home and a bit of unsafety, and something is wrong, and yeah, all this stuff. That this isn't it. It's not complete because I don't feel that this is it. This sense of self has so many rights and wrongs. That's just how it is. The sense of self is rights and wrongs. It is, shoulds and shouldn'ts, better and worse. As in, like real, that is real. There actually are these things. There are different paths to walk on. And some are better and some are worse. But it's just a dream, really. But that's all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Here it's the same. There are preferences, of course. And it's obvious that some ways, have a better outcome, as in a more peaceful outcome than others. But since there is so obvious that there's no one choosing already, and there is no separation, and everything is already this stunning, unconditional energy appearing as it all at the same time, it really doesn't matter in the end. It's just, everything just drops, If there's a conflict with someone, it just drops very quickly. It doesn't stick to anyone. Of course, some things can linger, like some emotions are strong. Some situations are strong, and maybe there's like a trauma. Which, that energy sticks with you, and when you think about it, there's the story coming, and it's very real, And that's just what's happening then. What's wrong with that? It's painful, yeah, but there's no sense here of it being wrong and should be in another way. Just as there's nothing wrong with seeking help for it, like therapy or talking about it with a friend. Or trying to, cold baths or all these alternative holistic methods. I mean, whatever. No one choosing already. It's happening by itself. It seems like the body naturally wants to feel good. So it's just doing what it needs to do to feel good. But in the story, as in when there's a sense of I am here and life is very real, it seems to be more fear in the space, fearing many things, because there's like a fear of death, because the me is life, and to the me, death is real. But this is already death. Death is just the absence of me, and the me is not even a real thing already. It's just a sense of a center in a space, in a way. So death is already. But yeah, when life is real and death is real, many things are really scary. So it seems to be more of looking for pleasure and avoiding pain. And for some, of course, it's like another story, that you seek pain to confirm that you're worthless and you're shit and you're trash and you don't deserve good. That's also just a part of how me works, apparently. I am the best, or I am the fucking worst. And I will confirm this again and again and again. By doing things that make me feel like shit, or by avoiding feeling like shit. Yeah, it's a hustle, but no one is hustling around. It's all already this unconditional love, stunning empty energy. Like I didn't choose to talk about this or for this to drop, that was not what I was looking for. I was looking for liberation. I was on a spiritual path. I was high on a spiritual story. I was looking for the promised land, heaven, feeling good, feeling blissful, never experiencing pain, experiencing oneness. But of course, if someone is experiencing oneness, it's not oneness, it's separation, right? There's an experiencer and the experience. So I was not looking for this. I was not looking for the end of the experiencer. I wanted good experiences, not the end of the experiencer, which means the end of all experiences, the end of life. stunning. And yeah, it seems like, you know, many speakers have a spiritual path, but a spiritual background, but there's plenty that don't. Like, I recently heard a video with Agnes. She's so amazing. I love Agnes. She's like this giggly little butterfly. But I don't think she didn't have a spiritual background, you know. But of course it can drop anyway because there is no cause and effect. But it seems like hardcore seeking, you know, puts this to the wall. It puts it to an end in a way. And hardcore seeking seem to put many on a spiritual path. But it doesn't have to be like that. There are no ways, and this is already the case. This is already the fucking case. It's already done. It's already complete. This is already it. It's already what's being looked for with this tiny, tiny, tiny filter of I am here. But it's not even there. Of course not. Because it's already done. Complete. This appearing as I am here. And that's it. It's so simple, then that's it. So you can't do anything. You're not choosing anything. Going on by itself, autopilot. But it feels like you are doing it, and there's nothing wrong with that. At all. And I don't know this. I don't fucking know this. It's just so obvious. It's just being said. It's so obvious. It's just empty talk. Shitty talk. But it's just obvious. It's so obvious. But it's only obvious when it's obvious. So mysterious. What an amazing day. Love the sun. The sun on the skin. Fucking therapy. So good. But now it's time to... Ooh, a fish. But it's time to gather some firewood. Some more firewood. So we have... I also have period cramps. You who know, you know. Struggling with a fucking menstrual cup in the woods. But that's it. That's just this. Appearing as that struggle. But why? But why? Why is it like that? I have no idea. But it seems like many know. So there's plenty of explanations, but it's all empty. It's all empty. No way to know. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Appearing as knowing, appearing as it is like this. And that's just this, appearing as that then. Okay, beautiful. Take care. Bye bye.